all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods. How are we all doing today, guys? Today we are going to continue with the Lamborghini Miura. So we are going to actually start pack 4 today. So this is part 1 of pack 4, stages 26 to 29. So we're doing 25, 26, 27, 28 and 29. So that's 5 stages that we're going to do today. The reason I've broken it up into 5 stages is basically the way it looks actually on the PDF. So you've got 25 down to 29, then you've got 30 down to 33. Don't ask. It's just one of them things. It's just easier to do it that way. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to be not working much on the engine today. We are going to actually be working on the rear bulkhead that we started in the last pack. Part 2 of the last pack. So yeah, that was really interesting to do because it was something different, and we are going to be doing quite a bit of something different with this issue. So this should be good fun, pack 4. I do not know when pack 5 is going to come. I have not got a clue. I'm thinking I've got one coming next month. I really don't know, but my idea is to catch up with everything, and then we'll just see how it comes in, and I can start putting it into a schedule as it comes. Fingers crossed. That is fingers crossed. But I do have Titanic to build, and I do have another pack of the Rossi bike to build as well. So it's not that we haven't really got anything to build. I do have some more DeLorean to build as well. So there is plenty to go, and I am looking at other things as well that we can look to bring to the channel in between doing the part works, because I don't want it to be all about part works. Anyway, enough of me rambling on and on. We're all here for the build. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Right, okay, let's get started. So here we have issue 25. Now this is titled Fitting the Rear Wishbones. So we've got a few parts in here. So let's get these out. Lots of bags here. My word. Okay, so we've got various screws. Got various bits and pieces. So let's just put them up there. Let's get our screws out. So we've got some type A screws today. Okay, let's get them out. Obviously you can't see what I'm doing on the other side. I'm just putting them on the magnetic map. We've got some B screws. And I believe we've got a new type of screw, which is these, which are G screws. We had G screws before? No. So these are quite long, wow. Okay. Right, so the first thing we need to do is we need to identify these two here. So this is the, what is this? The internal support comes back, right, so the internal support. So we've got these here, so that's the left. Put that up there, just to remind me that's the left. And this is the right. So it's going to tell me that's the right. I don't think we're doing anything with them just at this moment in time. But let's have a look. Okay, so just seeing how the orientation goes on these. Okay. So they're like that. Now, so the internal supports, but we're right and left. Distinguished from the right and left one. You can identify the left support one and the right one by placing them as shown with the holes facing upwards. See right, onset for right. Okay. Right, so I think I'm just trying to become familiar with these because they look very, very different to what the magazine is showing. I'm just trying to work this one out. Okay, so that's that part there, I think. Ah, right, so it's these that we're interested in. I do apologise. So it's these we're interested in. So that's the left one and that's the right one. Okay, so we do need to get these out now. Okay, so what we need to do is, with this orientation like this, it wants us to put this onto here. Should go. Let's just size it side of the desk just to... That's a tight fit. It will go. There we go. Okay. So we've got that on there. So let's take the left rear wishbone and place it on your work surface with the four rivets facing. Okay. So that's that one done. Okay. And then what it wants us to do, it wants us to take this from the previous issue. And somehow we're going to put this onto here. It's saying there's a hole in here. There is, well there was, but there's no hole in there. Check the other side, so there should be a hole, and there's no hole. Right, okay. So it looks like I'm going to have to drill out a hole here. Not a very good start, to be perfectly honest with you. So give me a sec and I'll get this hole drilled out.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, I'm back. So actually it was just a little bit of flashing that was in there, so I didn't actually have to drill that out. So what we're going to do is we're going to place this bit onto here, just like that. And then from underneath we're going to screw it in with a type B screw. Kind of looked out on that one there. Let me just get my screwdriver ready. Bit 3-in-1. And screw that all the way in. Okay. Right, so now we've done that. Now, do we have to repeat on the other side? No, we don't yet. Okay. So, next bit we need is take the two rear arm brackets and place them with the flat edges facing inwards, which I have done there. Okay. As I showed in the photo, identifying the left bracket from the right one. Set the right bracket aside. Okay. So the right bracket to set the right bracket to a side. Prepare. Fit the left, taking a type A screw. Note the diamond shape tube protrusion on the circle frame. Right, okay. So, I think this is how it's going to go on. It's basically like that, I believe. Just seeing. No? Would that go? Right, okay, so I've got them mixed up somehow. Okay, so it goes onto there like that. I do apologise, this is so slow. Okay, so we need a type A screw in there. So let me just get one of them loaded up. Okay, so if we was looking at it from this way, that's how it'd look. Okay. Alright, and then we need to put a type G screw in the side. These are the longer screws. Again, we are going into metal. So I am using some 3-in-1. And that's nicely gone into place. Wish it was all like that. Right, so you don't actually stop these or tighten, they just go in. Okay. Right, so now we've done that, I bet we have to do the same on the other side. So we'll get this wishbone and we'll push this into place. That went in a lot easier than the other one. Okay, and as before, we're going to be putting this onto here, securing that in with the type B screw. Now I think I made a mistake of putting some 3-in-1 oil on earlier. I don't think it needed it, so the thing it's going into is actually plastic. Okay, then we get this part here. And we put this on here like so. Then we're putting this in with the type A screw. Get that type A screw lined up. Okay, then we finish that off with the type G screw. Makes sense now, really does. It's amazing how confusing it can be, but yeah, makes perfect sense. Let me see, that one tightened up. No, that other one didn't, so I don't know why. Definitely on. Okay. Okay, so I think that is 25 complete. Wow. So amazing work already. We've put a lot of detail on the car. Well, not detail, but they're the wishbones. So that's stage 25 complete. Okay, so this moves us on to 26. So this is installing the left rear shock absorber. So a few parts again in this one, so we'll get into them. Okay, so we'll go through the screws first of all. So we've got some more type A screws. We've got some type E screws. They're long. And we've got some type G screws. Okay, just a bit shorter. Still long ones though. And then we've got these parts here. So let's see what we have to do. Okay, so the first part we need to get out is this part here. Let's move that to there. And we also need... Now, am I missing a part here? Because I don't see... From stage 24. Front support from stage 24. Right. Remember, I put these actually in here with my screws. There we go. That's where that went. See? Always pays to be tidy and look after your parts. Okay, so this wants to be with this part here. Looking at the orientation, it's this one here. And it wants this to go on to there, just like so. And then it wants us to screw that in with the type G screw. So quite a long screw again. So the longer the screws, the harder they are to sometimes control when you're screwing into things. You sometimes can't get 3-in-1 oil entirely up the entire thread. Okay, so that's done there. Just might see if I can tighten that a bit more. Just feel a bit loose. Okay, so that's been put in with the type G screw. We need to bring back our bulkhead, and we are going to be fitting this. Wow. Okay, we're going to be fitting this onto here, just like that. And we want a type A screw to go in at the top here. Okay, fantastic. And then we need, oh, go right. So a type G screw is going to go in just there. Now these are real long. I'm actually just going to remagnetize my screwdriver for a second, because it's going to be a lot easier on these really long screws. Sort of try and hold them in position a bit. Right, I do believe that's gone in place. Yep, okay. Right, so next we need our shock absorber, which is here. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So it wants this to go down onto here, and then the silver bit coming up through there. Okay. And then it wants us to put a type A screw. Oh gosh, okay. Going into there like so. To tell you the truth, it's not the most complicated suspension I've done. Route Master was a bit of a not so good. Ecto 1, not too bad actually, but yeah, it's nice that the spring has been done already for you. Now I'm guessing the next bit he wants a type E screw down there. That's what I'm guessing, and I am correct. That type E screw down there, but we need to put this part on. Now I do believe it's the wider edge that's going to go in. So it wants us to put the screw through the hole on this. So I'm just going to dip it in some 3-in-1 oil first of all. So the screw through there, then down onto here. With that shock absorber in place, all the way through, and then we're going to tighten that up. Okay, and that just broke. Oh my word. Oh, blast it. Okay, not happy about that. Not happy about that at all. Right, I'm going to have to stop recording this one and fix this before we go any further. So back in a sec.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I've glued that back on now. Would you believe it? That is actually stage complete for issue 26. I'm not best happy about that breaking, but there's really no I can do about it. So yeah, okay, so stage 26 is complete. Okay, so moving on to stage 27. If we get into this, might have to go down this way because we've got some big bags again in here. We're just basically gonna, in this issue, mirror image what we did in the previous issue. So we've got the same type of screws, got some G screws, some A screws, and we've got some E screws. Okay, so hopefully this should be a lot easier this time, because we kind of know what we're doing. So we need this part out again first. Okay, and this orientation round, and then we need this part from issue 24, and basically we need to put a G screw into that. I will note on this one not to over tighten that bar. I'm not best impressed with it breaking. There wasn't really any much resistance either on it. It just decided it just didn't want to have it. So, but this is an older part work. It's, you know, this was released by Hachette originally, so it is an older model. It's just one of them things that happens. Plastic weakens over time. Okay, so we've done that now, so moving on to the next part, and we need to bring our bit across here because we're going to basically put that onto there like we did with the other one, and then we're going to put a type A screw into it. So the good news about this, because I'm not working on the other side, it gives it time to dry, the glue. Okay, so that's the type A screw into there. Okay, so the next one we need is a type G screw, which is going to go on this end. You see that plastic bit's just broken off again. So I'm going to have to fix that again. And that just caught my jumper. So let's try and have a fix this again. This is my problem with part works. They're great things, but they do come with their little flaws, fortunately. And some of them flaws are weakened parts. But once I'm sure we've got this rod screwed into place, it really won't matter. So I'm just gluing that back on. And this is a rear, so there'll be no like steering on this. There we go. That's back on. Okay, right, so again, like we did before with the suspension, get this out of the bag. Right, so just making sure I did this as I did before. So up through there, and then a type A screw. I don't think it matters which way it goes around as long as it goes in. Right, okay. This one's trying to fight me slightly. Don't know why. Not when the other one went in so easily. Come on, screw. Don't make things difficult. Sometimes just things are so difficult and they just don't need to be. It's already difficult lining up this as it is, but then when a screw just doesn't want to play ball. Here's my phone. The other one went in so easy. I just don't understand why this one is not. Come on. Getting it lined up, but it's also getting the... Right, I got it. Just. Okay. Got off camera there. Okay, so again, we're going to do the same with this. I'm going to be very careful with this one because I don't want that plastic thing breaking again on me. So again, get this out. And this is going to go with a type E screw. Kind of moments like that just put a down on things because you're just having such a great time and then just things just, yeah, don't want to play ball. There we go, that's going in. Okay, be ultra careful with that. But that's in place. Okay, so I've got all that done. And that is stage complete. So that is stage 27 complete. Okay, so we're going to move on to stage 28. These are the parts, we don't need them first of all. What I do want to bring up across is my smaller Partwork Upgrades cushion. Because what we're going to be doing now, we are mounting the engine and fitting the drive shafts and wheel hubs. So this should be a fun one to do. So I'm going to bring the engine across just here. I'm just going to put it down on the Partwork Upgrades cushion. Now it's asking us to identify this hole here, this one here, this one here, and this one here. Okay, and next stage we need to do is we need to bring this that we've been working on down over here, and we're just going to face it on, put it on top of the lugs just there. Okay, now it wants us to screw that down with 4 type A screws, so just move that to one side. We'll get into today's parts and get them A screws out. So let's just get into here. So I've got quite a few different parts. Okay, so in this issue we have got some type A screws. That's what we need for starters. We need some, we've got some type B screws. Okay, and then we've also got some type F screws here. Fantastic. They've got like a flange on them, so okay. Right, so bringing this back down, give me 3-in-1 oil across, because we're going to now fit this on. So using the type A screws, see if we get it into best shot for people. Okay, so let's do this. It's nice that this is coming together. Now we are screwing into metal, and I want that as tight as possible. So that's one in. So it's quite nice and early that we're doing this. We're screwing this in. I'm using my usual pattern of diagonal. This is a bit of a tougher one to get in, but we'll get it in. Okay, that's in. Get the next one. So I'll go up here. They seem to have a bit further to travel to them. And then the last type A screw. Okay. I think I might have just done that wrong. Right, I have, because the ones at the top here are actually type B screws. So that's my mistake. That's me rushing ahead. It shouldn't have caused any problems because the type B screws are thicker screws. Even though type A's, that's pretty tight. That's one out. That's 2 out. So we'll use the type B screws. Oh, they're going in nicely. And they've tightened up pretty damn quick. Okay, now we have the right screws in. Should have gone on down to the next page, but I didn't do. Okay, so I'll just move that engine up there. So it wants us now to bring these across. There is no left and right on these, on the bags, so we're going to have to work this one out. So it wants these, and it also wants these as well. Okay, so we'll work this one out of where these are going to go. Okay, so let's see. Right, so looking at this, that looks like the left to me, I think. Or is that the right? I think that could be the right. No, it looks like, it looks left. And then this could be the right one. Would have helped if they'd written it on the bag. Right, so I think that's the left, I think that's the right. Okay, that's the left of that one, and that's the right of that one. Okay, because it's asking about them there. Okay, so if we move down. Right, so take the left rear wheel. Okay, we need to bring our car back across. Well, our engine. Okay, so this is going to go onto, am I correct? I don't know if I am. This is going to go onto there. Then the hub over the top, just like that. And then screw that down with a type A screw. Okay. I can't actually see why, actually. Okay. Okay, so that's that done on there. Then it's gonna, right, so we need to flip this over. And then we're gonna bring this up here onto there. And then that one's screwing in with a type F screw. Kind of making sense. Just being careful because I don't want to break that bar. But I want to get that down as far as it'll go. Okay, so that's that side done. And then fit the right drive shaft. Oh gosh. Fit the right drive shaft onto the other side of the gearbox circle so that it mirrors the left drive shaft. So turning this upside down again, it wants, oh, right, okay. It really is not clear how this is gonna go on. There's me, I've just whacked my head on the, so it's thinking it's threaded through there into right, so it's the other side, so into right, that should go into the gearbox, but it's not. Try the other side again. I'm just making sure I'm doing this correctly, and I am. Right, that one's just not at all going in. Ah, there we go. Right, that's in. Okay. Right, so basically now we're going to repeat on the other side. Okay, so again, I'm not happy about keeping on turning this upside down again. And yeah. Okay, so again, we're going to fit that onto there. We're going to put the casing on top of it. Okay, screw that down with a type A screw. Bring that across. Bring that up. Which, for some strange reason, doesn't want to come up. Right, let's see what's going on. There's no stopping it. Let's just take this cap off. Right, hang on a minute. Right, back in 2 secs, guys.
A few moments later. A few moments later. A few moments later.
Okay, guys, right. I made a bit of a shambles with this one. What we should have done, but I just didn't notice it, is we should be putting these drive shafts into place first. So if we get this one in, oh, not that way around, I think. That looks like it's a smaller end, so it's that way in. So we put the drive shaft in first when it wants to go in. Just double checking. Oh, that does look smaller. It's just making sure the instructions, I'm sorry for this, are diabolical. It just does not want to play with these at all. Now I know they're going to go in a certain way and everything, but they're just not lining up the way they should do. So I'm just double checking I'm doing everything right here. Yeah, so I've done that one because that one's got the longer one. So next I need to put this one in. So it should go in, but lining it up to go in, it's just not happening at all. I'm just seeing how, yeah, you see that? It's like the hole is too big. Sorry, the bit here is just too big to get in to where it needs to go. To tell you the truth, this has turned out to be a headache. of a build. Even when we're putting some pressure on it, it still just does not want to go in at all. So I'll try the other side. No. Right, back in 2 secs.
A few moments later.
Right guys, sorry about the start and stop of this video. I figured it out finally and we're in. Okay, so now let's try and get this into place. So I'm going to do this a different way. I'm just going to hook that onto there. Everything I look at seems to be putting compression on that bit that broke. I don't want it to. Try and hook that on. Right, that's gone into place. So I need to put that cap over it wherever it's gone. So let's put that on there. Seems to be having a bit of a nightmare of a build today with this one, but the instructions are just not clear. I mean, it really needs to be a bit more transparent what you're actually doing. Okay, so we need to line that one up. That's going to be a bit of a difficult one, but we'll get there. Not as easy as the first one. Okay. Anything that needs tightening here just to maybe bring it across a couple of millimeters? Not really. Okay, I think this is going to be a difficult one, but we'll try. Because everything is in the right place, it's just not everything is lining up. As you can see, that's quite a way off. Sorry, screw keeps on coming off screwdriver. I mean, that doesn't help either. You just sometimes you're fighting a losing battle with these models. As fantastic as they are, and they are fantastic. Right, that's in place. Yeah, wonderful, but I just wish we didn't have to fight a losing battle all the time. Okay, that's now going into place. Okay, so they're now all in place. And that is stage complete. Good, thank goodness. I think that was one of the hardest stages of this pack so far. Stage 28. So, that's stage 28 complete. Okay, so let's get on to stage 29. Oh. 29, yeah, this is the fifth one, fifth and final. Okay, so we've got some exhaust pipes. Look at them, they're lovely. Okay, we've got some type A screws. Fantastic. And then we have something in here. Now, as far as I'm aware, we're not using this, but let's see if I get it out. This is the, I do apologise, this is the rear silencer support plate, but we're not actually using this in this issue because basically we don't put this into issue, or sorry, stage 30. Looking ahead at the instructions. So I'm going to put that back in there and I'm going to keep it nice and safe. Okay, so bringing back over our engine. Now it wants us to put his engine up here like that, which is fine. I do apologise, I'm always feeling them. But we need to locate the exhaust manifolds. Now they gets into view are just down there, and what he wants us to do is he wants us basically to push this into the holes just down here. Okay, there we go. Nicely fitted in. Okay, so that was step one. Step two is make sure that these are coming down around here. So these are coming down and swooping down here, which they are. Okay, and then what we need to do is we need to tap these holes here. So 1, 2, 3, and it's asking us to do that with a type A screw. Now we did get some type A screws in this issue. So I'm going to use a bit of 3-in-1 oil, and I'm just going to tap into these. And I think I know why, because they're quite blooming hard to get in. My exhaust manifold come out, but I'm not worried about that. So I'm going to back that one off. Okay, and then we'll go to the next one. I could glue that in exhaust manifold in place, but I'm not gonna. I'm actually going to remove that. It's going to be a lot easier to do it this way. Move this so I've got it in camera. Shot. Seems to be quite a bit of gunk in there. Quite a bit of gunk. Let's back that one out. And I can find a few tips, cotton bud, just to clean any gunk out of there, clean any gunk out of there, and just clean any gunk that's on this screw. Okay, right, so we'll do the last one. Which is this one just down here, and you really have to get some force behind it to get it in. Okay, and then we're going to back that back out just like that. Okay, and would you believe that's all we have to do in this issue. So I'll put this exhaust pipe back on. Now, I do believe this does has 2 exhaust pipes. So we will have another one. Let's just slot that back into place. Just like that. Okay, so that's it in there. And that is it for this part 1 of the Miura part 4. So yeah, we've done quite a bit tonight. Really, we've had ups and downs. This is going to probably take it an absolute age to edit, but I'm quite happy with that. I really am. I'm more than happy with what's gone on tonight. So this is part 1. Pack 4, stages 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, complete. Well guys, that's it for the Lamborghini Miura part 1, pack 4, stages 25 to 29. Wow, what an issue. I mean, that was not easy. It didn't help with things breaking, and it didn't help with things not lining up or the screws behaving, but whew, I think the stage 28 probably, was it stage 28? Or I think it might be, I don't know. I really am, I'm lost. I was all smiles before this, and yes, it's a little bit stressful, but it looks worth it, and the finished product looks really, really nice on this build. So, yeah, I'm happy and I still got my smile on my face. So anyway, if you like this video, please can you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified of any future issues. If you want to be a supporter of the channel, I do have a Patreon, link down below in the description. Also, you can become a channel member. Just click join. And also, there is all the links to social media and a Facebook group that goes with the channel, which is Mark's Mods Builders Group. That is all in the description down below if you want to check that out as well. But as for always, guys, stay safe and bye for now.